This episode is brought to you by freedadcourse.com. You are always one conversation away from changing your life, and the power of hello is something that I subscribe to every single day, and I'm always saying hello to new people everywhere I go. Increasing your opportunity, increasing your connection, and getting access to the solutions to the problems that you are facing, whether you're on active duty or just beginning your veteran transition or even transitioning out for 20 years. On the other side of hello are the solutions that you're looking for. Again, head on over to freedadcourse.com. Get your 5-episode audio course to create more connection, create more friendships, and get back to living the life that you're trying to design.
Dory 1, this is Fire Team Delta. Dad's coming home. Welcome to the Military Veteran Dad Podcast, where it is our mission to bring every dad home. I am your host, Ben Cloy. I'm a United States Marine veteran, a husband, and a father. We will bring authentic conversations to inspire action in your life so we can close the gap between the dad you are today and the dad you want to be tomorrow. This is the Military Veteran Dad Podcast.
Recently, I spent a lot of time, money, and effort childproofing my house. But here's the deal. The kids still get in. Hey guys, welcome back to another Fatherhood Friday. This is your official welcome to the weekend. I'm your host, Ben Cloy. This is a reminder that the Monday interview shows are paused. If you want to go check out why, go back and listen to the Fatherhood Friday called podcast update. Today, we are firing up the time machine to dive into a piece of advice that if you've been listening to the podcast, you might either be irritated that I say it too often, or it is always that reminder that you need. And so today, we are traveling all the way back to April 4th, 2019. Here's the deal. On April 4th, 2019, bonus episode number 1 launched. Now, this was a time we were just in the 3-month mark of launching this podcast, Military Veteran Dad. The ideas, who I was going to speak to, was an ever-going thing that was almost fluid each week that I kept going. But it was this week that I spoke to Alyssa Van Langeveld, who brought us the advice that I now repeat as many times as I have a chance to, that you can make an impact with your kids' lives in as little as 10 minutes. She spoke on this in such a way and articulated it that we often overcomplicate fatherhood. We often overcomplicate parenting. But really, at the end of the day, if you want to make an impact on your kids' lives, you can do it as little as 10 minutes a day. This episode, I'm going to include a link down in the show notes. If you go there, there is a free resource she provided called 85 Ways to Spend 10 Minutes with Your Kids. And if you've been trying to figure out what to do with your kids, or you're running dry from all the things in Corona and you're just like, I don't got anything, what we could do, go ahead, download that free resource. It is there for the taking. Guys, this episode has been woven into so much of this podcast and what it actually can be done to move the needle as a dad. As a dad, it can be so complicated. But at the core of her message, and the message that, again, that I repeat, is you can move the needle with your kids' lives in as little as 10 minutes. It's in little as 10 minutes that you can do those things that you need to make the connection, to hear what your child has to say, and to slow down. Because in all of the things we've been going through Corona, this is probably the one thing that dads continually need to reinforce and double down on. Because no matter what you got going on in your day, you always have 10 minutes. It was such a simple advice, but the simplicity is in the brilliance of it as well, because everybody has 10 minutes. And so if you're looking for the backdrop of where that advice came from, if you want to kind of get full into it, because we talk about it for a full hour, that episode, and we also talk about the kind of the feeling that a father can project in a kid's life. I open up in early times with my kids. My kids are almost 2 years younger than they were back then. So it's almost crazy to go back and listen to this episode and hear me talk about where I was as a dad and that journey going forward. But today, I want to have you get some homework. Go back, check out the link in the show notes. Go back and listen to bonus episode number 1 with Alyssa Van Langeveld and understand and deepen the connection of how you can change your kids' behavior in as little as 10 minutes. Guys, this is your official welcome. This is your official launch into the weekend. If you've got some time, download that resource and execute in a way you maybe been thinking about but struggling to figure out. And I'll be back with you guys again next week.